1-1, 15 points behind Liverpool, and the third title race in a row that Arsenal have failed to win. And this leaves the question. This leaves us the question, guys. What phase are Arsenal going into now? I don't know. I genuinely think they was in phase 6 or 7. So I think they're going into phase 8 now. I'm not 100% sure. Apparently, this squad needs a rebuild as well. So that's pretty cool, isn't it? So you need a rebuild even though you've not won anything. Interesting conversations and big conversations needed about Arsenal Football Club. As, listen, they've got, 5 years without a trophy now. Out of the title race. I mean, the title race was done ages ago. Let's be honest with you, yeah. But now even the mainstream media are now saying the title race is over. So you know it's over when they're saying it. And only the Champions League to fight for. Arsenal have to win the Champions League now this season for me. If Arsenal don't win the Champions League, 5 years without a trophy, £750 million spent, and 3 title races in a row that you failed to win. At some point, you got to start asking serious questions about this team, man. You know what I mean? I watched them today. They should have got beat, man. United had pure chances. You know, if it wasn't for David Raya, funny enough, who probably should have done well better on the free kick. I don't know what David Raya's thinking of, by the way. And what is he doing on that free kick? Anyway, other than that, David Raya actually made some class saves. And they should have probably got beat today, man. United had chances. Do you know what I mean? I just don't know, man. Like, I think Arsenal got to go and win that Champions League now for me. If they don't win the Champions League, I'm sitting here thinking, what are they existing for here? Like, don't win no trophies. Come second all the time. You've regressed. So all these people that kept on saying, I'll back Arteta until we go backwards. Well, you've gone backwards. Clearly, you've gone backwards. You're miles off the pace. You know what I mean? They have to go win the Champions League, which I don't think they're going to do. Let's be honest with you. But, bro, this is a madness, mate. This is a team that I'm watching. And I'm like, they just look out of ideas today, mate. Yeah, they look out of ideas. That United team was crap. And Arsenal didn't even create much at all, really, if we're being honest with you, yeah? Didn't create hardly anything. United were the team that created everything. They had the chances. And it's kind of mad, mate. I'm looking at players like Nwaneri, poor today. Odegaard, poor as well. Declan Rice got the goal. You know, that Martinelli come off the bench, trash. Trossard, not particularly great. Do you know, I look at Arsenal's defence and I think, yeah, decent, man. David Raya, he's a good goalkeeper. I like David Raya. I think he's a good goalkeeper. Like I say, don't know what the fuck he's doing on that free kick, mate. Yeah, well, why is he giving so much room for that guy? But I don't know, man. I think you've got to ask serious questions about Arsenal now for me because I'm the manager. You know what I mean? Because at what point do you go, what's happening here? Is this a team that's just happy to come second? Are we going into phase 10 now, lads? Yeah? Do you need a rebuild again? Even though you've not won anything. Like, City need a rebuild, yeah? But we've just won 4 titles in a row, a treble, mate. Like, we're entitled to a season off and entitled to do a rebuild. You don't do rebuilds when you don't win anything. I don't know, man. I just think that I've started to notice, I don't know if you guys have clocked this as well. And any Arsenal fans watching, it'd be interesting to know what you guys are thinking, yeah? I've started to notice a few Arsenal fans now who have previously been Arteta in, starting to question him a little bit. Maybe not say Arteta out, but previously have been like Arteta, who are now saying, hang on a minute. At what point do we say enough's enough? Because you've got your Arteta outers, people like Lee Gunner, you know what I mean, who are like, don't like this guy, get him out of the football club, yeah? Then you've got people who just back Arteta no matter what. I'm starting to see a few of these people that have been backing Arteta for time say, hang on a minute. Like, it's took them a while to do this, but like, I've seen that Jess, she knows football, I think she's called on Arsenal. She talks football, I can't remember the channel name, but I've seen a clip going around of her saying, who's previously been mad backing of Arteta. I think she's now saying, if you don't win anything this year, he's got to go. Igal, shout out Igal. He said at the start of the season, if anybody else other than City win the league and it's not Arsenal, Arteta has to be sacked. Now he's changed his tune. Igal, bro, what's going on, man? At the start of the season, you were saying, yeah, that if anybody else in this league wins the league apart from City and it's not Arsenal, Arteta has to be sacked. And now Liverpool are winning the league and now you're changing your tune, bro. Nah, it's crazy, man. You know what I mean? These people change their opinion like the wind. It's actually mad. But nah, man, I don't know what you do with Arsenal, mate. You know, like, it's such an interesting football club, mate, because, like, you've got these two sets of fans in the fan base who are so opposed to each other. You got fans who are saying, like, we need to get Arteta out. You got fans who are backing him. And it's like, it's so crazy how you've got this fan base who are just going at each other all the time over this manager who's won 1 trophy 6 years ago, spent 750 million and failed to win anything. And I think it's one of the most interesting football conversations that you can have about the manager, because it's people's views on it are so strong. Do you know what I mean? So people are so opinionated and they battle each other so much. And there's not really a middle ground. There's not a lot of people in that middle ground, man, who are like, oh, I'm not sure. Although I have seen people, like I say, like start to come over now and start to question this manager. I think what's going to happen, I don't think they're going to win the Champions League, because obviously if they win the Champions League, this whole conversation about the manager dies. You know what I mean? It just dies instantly. Like, you know, you can't be Arteta out if he wins the Champions League, mate. Like, and to be fair, I've heard Lee even say if he wins the Carabao Cup, he'll be Arteta in, which is mad because Lee gets pointed as this. Oh, even if he wins stuff, he'll still be Arteta out. I'm pretty sure. Don't quote me on this, but I'm pretty sure Lee has said that if he wins the Carabao Cup, he'll keep him. Obviously, he can't win the Carabao Cup; they got knocked out. But if they don't win the Champions League this year, which I don't think they will, I don't think he's going to get sacked in the summer. No chance. But I genuinely do believe that next season has to be the last season if he doesn't win anything. Now, people said that this year. People said it last year. But I think even the most, like, biggest, the biggest backers of Arteta, the big, like, Arteta in, I'm Arteta in, even if, surely even they can't be backing this manager if he doesn't win anything next year. Surely not. I'm sorry, you can't. Surely you can't keep backing the manager 6 years without winning anything. Because I said this before, I think Arsenal are going to spend a lot of money this summer. They have to. They spent 70 million this year. That's dead. 70 mil for a club like Arsenal. I reckon Arsenal are going to go big. I reckon Arsenal are going to spend 200, 250 million, maybe even 300 million in the summer. And if they spend that money and they don't win anything, surely even the biggest Arteta backers, the Gals of this world, the Rory Talk football of this world, these guys, man, surely these guys have to then at the end of next season say, we have to try something different. You can't just keep on going on and on and on and on with the manager that don't win anything. And then these guys go, but Sir Alex Ferguson didn't win anything in his first 5 years. It's like, bro, so you're comparing him to Sir Alex Ferguson? Is mad, you know? Do you know what I mean? So, yeah, I don't know, man. I think if it was me, if I was an Arsenal fan, my thing would be simple. He's got to win the Champions League. If he wins the Champions League, cool. If he doesn't, I'd probably want him gone. Obviously, I don't have the emotional attachment to Arsenal, so it's different. If you're an Arsenal fan, you have different views because you're emotionally attached to the club. But I think he's going to get one more year, and if he doesn't win anything next year, I think he'll go. Whether he walks or whether he's sacked, I don't know. But listen, this is why I've said I've said this for years. Yeah, this isn't reactionary. I've said this for years. I think Arteta has gone massively, massively wrong in not prioritising some of these domestic trophies in the last 4 years. And I've said this for years. I said it 2 years ago when he come to the Etihad. We'd not played him yet, yeah, because the Queen died in it, so it got rearranged, yeah, the league game, and we played him in the FA Cup at the Etihad, remember? And he come to the Etihad and he rotated his full back line, and I'm pretty sure he rotated his goalkeeper. I'm not sure on the goalkeeper, but he rotated his full back line. I think he played Gabriel, actually. The right back rotated, the other centre back rotated, the left back rotated. We beat him 1-0. And I thought, why has he come to City there? Yeah, why has he come to City in a cup competition? And he needs to win trophies. And he's rested players and we beat them. And then he heard people on Talk. I remember listening to TalkSport and Arsenal fans were ringing in saying it's a blessing in disguise that we got knocked out. We can focus on the league. Well, look how that worked out. He didn't win it. You know, anyone that ever says it's a blessing to be knocked out of a trophy is fucking idiot, mate. Like, what are you talking about? It's a blessing. No, it's not. No, it's not. That's such an L thing to say. So yeah, I think he's gone massively wrong at it and not focusing on those trophies and taking it more seriously. You know, if he come to the Etihad 2 years ago and beat us in the FA Cup, City, you're out, best team in the country, you're knocked out. You know, you then become favourites. You probably go on and win it. Didn't. So yeah, he's under massive pressure. I think he's going to get one more season. I think they're going to back him big time in the summer. Big time. Because if they back him big time as well, then that gives them the power to sack him if he doesn't win anything. Because then, you know, say they give him 200 million, 250 million, he's then knocking on £1 billion in 6 years. If he doesn't win anything after £1 billion in 6 years, I don't think anyone would say that's unfair if he got the sack. So, yeah, it's interesting, man, because I think this summer, I think it's going to get more toxic in the Arsenal fan base from what I've seen from the outside. I'm just a neutral. I'm not an Arsenal fan. I just watch from the outside. I think it's going to get toxic, mate, because the people that want Arteta out, I don't think he's not going to get sacked, is he? He's not going to leave this summer. So they're going to have to endure another year And next season, if things don't get off to a good start, it's gonna go crazy, man. So yeah, it's interesting, mate. It's interesting. And league titles over, relegation over. The only thing that's keeping this league alive is the top 4 race, the top 5 race. But yeah, Arsenal now have to full send that Champions League. If I was Arsenal now, I'd fuck the league off. Fuck it off. You ain't winning the league. You're not going to finish outside the top 5, mate, because the teams below you are crap. Like, we're all losing. We're all dropping points. So you've got top 5 easy. That's dusted. Don't matter if Forest catch it. Who gives a shit? You finish second, you finish third. It ain't no difference, man. Ain't no difference. No one's going to remember in 5 years that you didn't finish second. No one's going to care. Focus on that Champions League, mate, yeah? Now, I know PSV's done. Great, you're into the next round. But when you get into the next round, I think they play Real Madrid in it. Real Madrid or Atletico. I'm pretty sure that's who Arsenal play. The league games around them, just sack them off. Play the academy. That's what I'd do, man. I'd just sack the games off completely and focus on the Champions League, mate. Do you know what I mean? Because that's your last choice. If you don't win the Champions League, the season's over. You're 5 years without a trophy, mate. You know what I mean? Just full send it. Sack the league game off. Crazy, man. Crazy. As for United, GG's to them. They're up to 14th. Congratulations, lads. Hopefully you'll get a nosebleed. Joint on points with Spurs, by the way. I know you do have a -6 goal difference, which is why Spurs are above you. But yeah, listen, big up to you guys, mate. Smash a like on the video. Subscribe to the channel as well if you're new. Get me comments in below. Do you think Arteta is going to get sacked this summer? Do you think he's going to walk? And do you think that maybe next year could be his last one? And should Arsenal just fully rest players in and around the quarterfinal when they play Real Madrid or Atletico Madrid? I would. I don't see the point in playing the likes of Odegaard and Rice and Partey and Saliba and Gabriel in a league game, which means absolutely nothing when 3 or 4 days later you're going to be playing Real Madrid or Atletico Madrid. What's the point? Anyway, there you go. Smash the like, subscribe to the channel, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace out, boys.